What's up? What's up, everybody? Yes, I am streaming. I was just setting my new computer up a little bit more. It wouldn't allow me to share screen, so I had to go through all the settings and do all that crazy stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have technical difficulties for the next few weeks because when you get a new computer, it don't do none of what you used to do, and you gotta get this on it and get that on it because all that crazy stuff. So here we are. Just wanted to go live for the Broncos Chargers game. It is a AFC conference matchup. Crazy day in football though. I am cashing all my bets. I've had rough luck today on my bets, but I got one in right now with Sleeper. As you can see, it's on the board right now. So this is what I'm working with. We'll see if it stands. Doesn't even look good so far, but we'll see. Well, yeah, here we are. But we got Herbert 3-zip over the Broncos driving down the field. I think he's dealing with 11 minutes left. Oh boy, what a week. What a week, y'all. And again, don't forget to check out Sleeper. Get a 100% match up to $100. Use code tdphinstalk. We're just going to hang out for a little bit today. I kind of used this morning as off. Got to chill, relax, watch the game with the family. No, I'm not doing Sunday Night Football tonight. I'm going to take off. This week's been a long week, traveling and all that stuff. So, I'm taking off. This is it right here for today. This is the stream for the day right here, okay? Tomorrow we dive into it, though. We got a lot of stuff. I'm writing down my list of things we're going to start going through tomorrow, man. We got a lot of stuff to get through, all right? Lot to cover. I want to do a film breakdown this week. I want to do a stream on reacting to what some other people said. I want to, I got a lot I got to do this week. We got to talk about a lot of different things. Jets fought today, man, and that's our next opponent. The Jets fought. Herbert throws a pick after it tipped off two people's hands. The Jets fought today, man. Are we going to beat the Jets? Are we going to beat the Jets, y'all? Let me know in the chat. Are we going to beat the Jets? Oh, man. Patriots beat themselves. Yeah. I think Miami will beat Jets. Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so. And you know what? Let me do this real quick. I'm going to go through our schedule real quick and kind of point out like the updated win-loss total based off of how teams have been playing. So I'm going to give an updated win-loss projection based on how teams have been playing, all right? All right, here we go. All right, so the Miami Dolphins are now 0-3. They play the Jets next week, who are also 0-3. But the Jets have played better football than the Miami Dolphins so far. Week 1 versus the Steelers, I think they had a shootout. They're capable of putting points up. The week after, they got absolutely obliterated by Buffalo, who we played very well. And then they gave a good showing today, but lost at the last minute against one of the better teams in the league, in the Bucs. So, in essence, they've been playing better than us overall, but I do have us win the game as well. So the Dolphins go 3-1. But then we got to go on the road versus the Carolina Panthers. What am I supposed to think about the Panthers? What am I supposed to think about the Panthers? Y'all going to have to help me on that. They blew out the Atlanta Falcons today. 30-something to zip or something like that. What am I supposed to think about them? Like that, see, for me, that should be a win, but we don't know. We don't know what version of them we're going to get. I'm going to be generous to the Miami Dolphins here, and trust me, this is being generous. Okay. We get the win. All right. So we're 3-2. Chargers, we will lose. No, we're 2-3, actually. Chargers will lose. We're 2-4. Browns, good defense, and that's what scares me. And I also think it might be a quarterback change by then. But I'm going to give us the benefit of the doubt. 3-4. Atlanta Falcons, who are a good team. They got blown out today, though. Oh, boy. How do you count these games? We win that game. I'm going to give us that game. Okay. Let me do my tally up again. We're 0-3, 1-3, 2-3, 2-4, 3-4. Now we're 4-4. Then we lose 3 straight games. Baltimore, Buffalo, Commanders. We're 4-7. And it's sad because you passed the trade deadline thinking that you still got a chance because you're 500, right? Then you beat the Saints 5-7. Then you play the Jets again in New York. Let's just say 6-7. We win. You play Pittsburgh on the road, cold weather, back-to-back road games. That team should be much better by then as they're working through some of their kinks. I got 6-8. Then you play the Bengals with Joe Burrow back, if I'm not mistaken. I think Joe Burrow's slated to be back around that time. They said 9 weeks. 1 week is already down. So 8 weeks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, he's expected to be back the week before that, actually. You lose that game if Burrow's back. You win that game if he's not. I'm going to say we win the game for now, okay? So what is that? See, I done lost track already. Hold on, let me recount. 0-3, 1-3, 2-3, 2-4, 3-4, 4-4, 4-7, 5-7, 6-7, 6-8. We win the Bengals 7-8. So we're 7-8 with 2 games left, and you lose to the Bucks. So you're 7-9, and you beat the Patriots the last game of the season. So you're 8-9. That's my updated record prediction. 8-9 right now for Miami, and that's giving us some benefit of the doubt. 8-9, giving us the benefit of the doubt. That gives us 2 Jets wins. That beats the Patriots. That beats the Bengals. And that beats the Atlanta Falcons. I'm giving benefit of the doubt. So 8-9 right now. TD, wake up. 3-14. Who you looking at? Oh, man. I know. It's bad out here, man. It's bad out here. Tough sledding. All right. Shout out to Red Hood. Said, TD, you see what Flores is doing with the Vikings and what Jalen did. Can Tua realistic carry a team like a franchise quarterback? We got to stop talking about Tua, comparing them to other people and carrying teams. Everybody knows now. Everybody realizes. They finally realize what I've been telling them for years. I've been telling them this for years. So everybody's just realizing it now. Okay. We got to stop mentioning Tua. He don't belong in a lot of these conversations. He's another guy. He's our quarterback. Just let him go out and do what he do to the best of his ability. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, man. Wow. The Chargers look like they about to take a kick. Oh, they ain't going to take it to the house. Good return, though. TD, please bust out the aqua pumpkin for Halloween. I get it out soon, man. Maybe October 1st. TD, the Jets are breaking me this season. Well, you know what? Next week versus Miami, that's all you need to know. If y'all lose to Miami, y'all are, yeah, I get it. But if y'all beat Miami, I would hate it. But hey, oh man. Yep. It's going to be the battle of the basement next week. Battle of the basement. That's what it's going to be. That's exactly what it's going to be. But if the Dolphins lose that game for the Jets, I'm going to be so mad at Miami because I know that they're just going to keep on status quo. Next week, on to the next week. On to the next week. We need to tank. I agree. I agree. Oh, boy. I totally agree. TD, two things. Do you think Tyreek will be suspended? And did you hear the report saying McDaniel's job is not in jeopardy? Thoughts? McDaniel's job is in jeopardy. It's just reports. People saying that it's not right now. You keep down this path, it's in jeopardy. And if they don't, it's just because they don't want to mess up this. They don't want to interrupt the season. They do it at the end of the season. All right. Tyreek, I don't know what discipline can happen to Tyreek. Is there an open case with the NFL? I mean, with the law enforcement? From my understanding, whatever happened between him and his ex-wife, when they got divorced, she starts saying things that he was doing, but I haven't heard of like charges or anything like that. I haven't heard Tyreek being charged of nothing. So I'm unaware of the details or what law enforcement has to say about what allegedly happened. Now, I know the NFL can take their own actions, but again, I mean, is she in the NFL on the phone with the NFL or in their offices saying this is what happened? She may come out in the public and say this or that happened, but I don't think she's going to cooperate with the NFL. I mean, his livelihood is also tied to hers. I mean, I don't think it would benefit. So I don't think that's happening. TD, I think the Jets have more talent than the Dolphins never thought. I'd see the day, TD. We down bad. No, we worse than bad. We worse than bad. TD, Cleveland beat Green Bay because of the defense. Defense only gave up 10 points. Flacco look horrible. Flacco don't look good. Defense gave up 10 points, so not that hard to win. TD, did your little Tua and Dak make it through the trip home? Did your little Tua and Dak? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Little Tua and Dak. Tyreek's ex-wife attorney is meeting with NFL investigators, apparently. Yeah, that's fine. The attorney can come to the NFL and say he did this. NFL is going to say, give me the evidence. Because Tyreek's lawyer is going to say, that didn't happen, that didn't happen, that didn't happen, that didn't happen, that didn't happen. Where's the evidence? It's that simple. So if the attorney has evidence and the NFL sees it and they warrant a suspension, oh, man, look at this. He'll get suspended. If they don't and they just have her giving her accounts of what happened and he denies it, no further disciplinary action. We'll keep our eyes out on the situation and see if law enforcement has something that we don't have. That simple. Fins might get 5 or 6 wins at best this year. It's crazy work, ain't it? Now, I know the Dolphins ain't going to lose to the Saints. See, I know that. Something like that happen. Man, that'd be epic. Epically bad. TD, do you want the 1 pick? I'll always take the 1 pick, but here's the deal. Is there a quarterback at 1 that's coming out that's going to be worth it? Like, hands down, generational. Is there? That's what it comes down to. Is there truly? I mean, it's some good guys, but are they generational? Browns might be Buffalo if they don't turn the ball over. Man, the Browns need a better quarterback. I don't know why they don't just put Dylan Gabriel in to see what he has. Flacco wasting their time. Josh Allen wasn't considered generational. No, I get it. I'm not saying that you can't draft a guy that's not considered generational and actually hit. I'm not saying that. But the probability, we're not going to play Josh Allen into the probability game. Josh Allen is 1 out of 50. 1 out of every 50 guys that's drafted that's not, viewed as, generational is going to end up generational. We're not going to play those odds. Buffalo, they lucked out and those odds worked out for them. Good for them. But if I'm not mistaken, was Josh the number 1 overall pick? No. Not even 1 out of 50. Probably 1 in 500, honestly. Nah, he 1 out of 50, if you really do the math. You get a Josh Allen caliber player in this league on average once every 4 years. I mean, you might get 2 in 1 year, but, you You put the math together, it's like once every 4 years. Only like 5 or 6 quarterbacks are drafted in every draft. So it might even be lower than 1 out of 50. It might be like 1 out of 30. I know it may seem like it, but quarterbacks aren't recycled through the league as fast as you think. Oh my God. Did y'all just see what Justin Herbert did? Under pressure, escapes the sack, on the run to his right, floats it up, double coverage. Broken play. And I'm stuck with little Timmy. Timmy. Oh my gosh. And I'm stuck with little Tutu Timmy. Oh man. Why me? Why oh why oh why me? Man, oh man. All right, let's see what they can do. Let's see if the Chargers going to punch it in or they're going to have to settle for a field goal. I don't know what Harbaugh's saying. Am I rising? Crime scene, just a high beam. Tua is our best option right now. You think? Which is what makes it even sadder. Yeah, we know he our best option right now. That's why he playing. That's why he the quarterback. Oh man. Whew, I'll be glad when it's all over, y'all. It ain't done yet. But we are in the we're like 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Y'all don't know that, right? Y'all do know that. The Miami Dolphins are like 6 months. Well, Tua Tagovailoa is like let me say 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Eight minutes left in the fourth. And we down by 3 possessions. Tua being on the Dolphins is like 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, down by 3 possessions. We got the ball, though. We got the ball. But we still back on our 20. It ain't over yet. It just don't look good. That's where we at with it. It's not over yet. It just don't look good. Would the Dolphins try and trade Tua? Would the Raiders take him in a swap for Geno? So let me help you understand something. Of course, they're going to try to trade him. But let me tell you, well, first of all, Geno just got paid, right? And the Raiders, do you think Geno is the issue with the Raiders? I really haven't been paying attention to Geno, but I'll take a look real quick how Geno's doing. Geno, oh, he doing just as bad as Tua. But here's the deal: they just paid him. They just paid him. They just paid him. So let me make my list because I'm gonna be talking about this in some streams to come. Let me make my list. Matter of fact, let me move this over real quick. Help y'all understand something. Number 1 is Tua Tagovailoa. Number 2, I want you to remember these quarterbacks, okay? Because these are all the quarterbacks next year that could easily be on the move. Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray, remember these, okay? CJ Stroud, Justin Fields, Geno Smith, let me see who else in the league is under the category. Anybody else? Now, CJ is unlikely, but I'm putting him on there because he's having a major fall off right now. Kirk Cousins, obviously. Sam Darnold ain't on there. I think Sam Darnold's doing fine. Let me see how he's doing. And he just got paid too. Sam 2-2, not the best. Well, actually 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he lighting it up right now. Even right now in this game, he got 88% completion percentage. Sam is doing okay so far, but not Purdy. And Mac Jones, I mean, obviously, but not Dak. Deshaun Watson, that's a good one. All right. Anthony Richardson. Okay. Can we talk about TD slurring every time he drinks? I'm not drinking. I'm drinking water. But Russell Wilson, good one. Okay. Here we go. TD, have you been looking at any college QBs yet? Just a few, but I'm not really doing the deep analysis, deep dive. Just watching them as a spectator, not analyzing. Just watching. That's it. Bryce Young, I'm going to keep his name off the list for now. Depending on how he's doing, if he's continuing to pick his game up. But here's the deal. Here's the point that I'm trying to make. I just wrote down 10 quarterbacks. Let me get CJ Stroud off of here. And let me just put Mac Jones. I just put 10 quarterbacks on here. And the problem is if you don't have a top 2-3 pick, you probably ain't going to get the best 1 or 2 quarterbacks coming out of the draft. And if you're not going to get the best quarterback coming out of the draft, then why are you wasting that high of a first round pick? 3rd or 4th or 5th pick overall. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, you're going to talk about a new coach and a new general manager? Potentially? It's highly likely one of these 10 people on the list is going to be our quarterback next year, and that includes Tua. It is highly likely that one of these 10 guys are going to be our quarterback next year. And let me read them off again to you. Tua Tagovailoa, y'all don't want him. Trevor Lawrence, I don't want him. Kyler Murray, I definitely don't want him. Mac Jones, certified backup to me. Justin Fields, get out of here. Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, Bridge, Deshaun Watson, injuries, never been the same. Anthony Richardson, no comment. And Russell Wilson, moonballs? One of these quarterbacks is going to be our quarterback next year. Telling you now. One of these quarterbacks is going to be our quarterback next year. Moonball to Hill will not be magic because Tyreek Hill won't be here. And remember, whatever quarterback is on this roster next year, they ain't going to have Tyreek Hill. Let's get that straight now. Let's get that straight now. I've been on record saying next offseason is going to be what I call the big quarterback swap. It's going to be like a Tua, Trevor, Kyler rotation. Jags get Kyler. Arizona get Tua. We get Trevor. And I'm going to hate it. Because they all got similar money. It'll be easy to make the deals work. It's going to be the Jared Goff, Stafford trade, but a 3-way and less quality of players. And the Broncos get a touchdown off of a fake toss to Sutton across the middle, all the way down the field. Silent Storm said, are any of them jumping out the gym to you? I want Mateer or Mater or whatever, Mateer yesterday, and he was underwhelming. This is why you don't let these kids go play. Let them play. Let college football do the work for you, for us to start out with. Allow college football to go ahead and do the work for us to start out. What I mean by that, let's get to week 10 and start talking about who are some of the top players in the country this year. And start evaluating, okay, he's like the 7th best quarterback in college, but he had the worst team of them all. And that makes him probably a top 3 to me. He's number 1 in college, but had the best team in football with everything around him. That might make him number 5 to me after I look at everybody. So let's allow the work to be done first. Because otherwise, you're going to be up and down week by week. Archie sucks. Oh, Archie was solid. Oh, Archie was good. Oh, he sucked again. Oh, Mateer was balling. Oh, and that was a subpar game. And man, this is why I don't get into that right now. I just watch as a football fan. We'll get there. We will get there. So if the Miami Dolphins do have a top pick, I'm about selling it for a haul for 2027. See, if I'm the Dolphins, and first of all, before I even say that, let me see what draft picks we got right now. Let me go check out Dolphins 2020. Let's see. Here we go. We got a 3rd round pick from Houston back in April. And could get a 4th round compensatory for Javon Holland. Okay. Give me a second. Okay, we got a 3rd, an additional 3rd, a 4th for Holland. And final. If Ogba plays a lot for the Jags, we can get a good pick on that too. So we got to wait to see. Pick 15, round 1. Okay. Draft capital. All right, so we got a 1, 2, 3, and 3, 4, and 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we got all our picks plus a extra 3rd and a potential extra 4th. All right. So what I would do if I'm Miami, I trade Tyreek Hill and get an extra 2nd round pick. That's what I would do. I would trade Chubb, especially since he's having a really good start to the season. And I would trade him for probably a 4th round pick because of I mean a contender may give a 3rd for Chubb. What else we got? Who else on this roster do we have? Chubb, Tyreek. I would trade Minka for a 4th. What else we got? Anything else is tradable that's older? Yeah, you screwed up with Sealer, giving him that fresh contract. It ain't a big contract though, you know. Yeah, so that's what I would do, right? So I would trade all those guys ASAP. They're not going to do it, but I would, right? Then we'll get a top 3 draft pick. I don't need to trade Waddle. I don't need to trade Waddle. There's a reason for that because I need Waddle's stock to rise. I can't get a first-round pick for Waddle. Right now, I don't even think I can get a second-round pick for Waddle. I need Waddle's stock to rise. So what I'm doing is I'm shelving Waddle, making sure that whatever wrong with his shoulder, he get taken care of. And he gets 100% healthy. I'm obviously playing Tua, but I'm getting rid of all these players right here, and I'm going to get me a top 3 pick in the league. Because it's going to be hard to trade Tua. You're not trading him. So I'm getting me a top 3 pick in the NFL. Now, when I get that top 3 pick in the NFL, I'm trading that boy for a haul. I'm going to get me 3 first-round picks. I might have number 2 overall, number 1 overall. I'm getting me 3 first-round picks for 2027. Because this is all about 2027 to me. So if I trade the number 1 over the top pick, draft pick, I'm going to get 3 first-round picks probably out of that, or 2 firsts and a second in 2 seconds. That's how I'm kind of looking at it. Try to get me 2 firsts and 2 seconds. And I'm trying to push all of that into 2027. So what that would obviously do, because what will happen is you'll probably move down in the 26th draft and get one of those first. I mean, people say this to me all the time. This isn't Madden, but you can do this. You can push everything. I could take the number 1, number 2, and number 3 overall pick and trade with somebody in the 20s, like maybe 15 or something, right? So now I have the 15th overall pick in 26. I have a first-round pick in 27. And a second-round pick in 26 and a second-round pick in 27. What I'm going to do with that is take number 16 pick now, and I'm trying to trade that out too. I'm trying to move down to the late 30s. I mean, the early 30s or late 20s and pick up another first-round pick for next year. That's what I would do. And then at that point, you literally have like pick number like 28 and 2 first-round pick and 2 second-round picks. I'm going to talk to a contending team, and I'm going to take those 2 second-round picks, and I'm going to try to get a late first. I'm trying to just stock draft picks for 27. And there go T. Jones right on schedule. TD at like this is Madden. Y'all always say that. Did you not see a team did this in the draft? Last year, they stockpiled picks for this year, and then they were swapping picks and moving way up and then moving down. There was a team that did this year. They had like 4 or 5 picks in the first 2 rounds. I forgot which team it was, but there was a team that had like 4 or 5 picks in the first 2 rounds of the draft this year. I guess they thought it was Madden too. I know it's not easy, but I'm telling you what I would try to do. I don't know if the Bears did it with the Panthers, but I know somebody did it. All I'm saying is you need to go ahead and clear your dead cap space and defer your build from a financial standpoint. Defer the build. That's all I'm saying. So because I would have Tua start next year too, because I ain't bringing a whole bunch of talent on this roster. I'm gonna have Tua start next year too. I'm gonna have him start next year. because it's going to be another year of getting the top pick. So your original pick is probably already, again in 27, going to be a top 3 pick. I'm not even sure what you're talking about, TD Fraud Talk. We don't have what I think. I don't know what you're talking about. Bro, we had 3 first-round picks, 2020. We can do it. Yeah, I mean, that's another example of it. We accumulated draft picks in 2020 this way. Well, it was a trade of Tunsil, but that's what I'm saying. You go offload some of these players now to get draft capital. Bears had 2 top 10 picks, nothing else in round 12, 1 and 2. It was another team, I'm telling you. I got to remember who it was. But yeah, man, I would focus on 2027, putting it all in 27. That's what I would do. Focus on putting it all in 27. And here's why. Let me show y'all something. This is what I would do if I'm Miami. I would divert all my draft capital in 2027. I would work hard to have 10 draft picks in the first 3 rounds. I would divert everything to 10 draft picks in the first 3 rounds. 2027. It's possible, especially if you have the top pick 1, 2, or 3, 2 years in a row. You can do that. I would divert everything to have 10 picks in the first 3 rounds. You could do it. You just got to forfeit next year. Don't worry about the draft. Give it all away. Trade them guys now and give all the rest of it away. It can easily be done. Why would I do that? Because people are like, yeah, but you're going to have to pay all of them at once. No, you're not. Let me help you out. So look at it like this, because we have some problems on our roster that we don't know what to do. And what do I mean by that? Think about Jalen Phillips. He been underwhelming. He hadn't gotten there. He's oh so close. When he becomes a free agent, he's not going to be worth the money that he might be able to get. But if you do the plan, I tell you right now, you can do a bet on him deal. He ain't a baller that he can get $25 million a year, but he ain't a scrub that people are going to offer him $8 million a year. He might get a nice little $15 million a year deal where somebody believe in him. But that's where Miami can offer him that deal. You could give him a 3-year, $36 million deal. Not on the low end, not on the high end. And we're going to give you 3 years instead of you going out there having to prove yourself on a 2-year. Guarantee about 20 of it. And it's a win-win. In a year where we're not paying anybody because we push all these draft picks. And now we can eat Tua's big old cap hit. We can eat the dead cap from Tyreek and a few other guys. You see where I'm going with this? You might want to reevaluate A-Chain right then and there for an extension early. You can eat more of Waddle's money. Matter of fact, you might even want to front load some of Waddle's money now. And we go through 2026 and we flip this salary cap situation. And you got some players on the roster like Jalen Phillips and stuff like that you want to keep moving forward with. Then 2027 comes. All those guys are already a year in their contracts with a cap hit. Now we're bringing in all these young, talented rookies making peanuts compared to these guys, so you can continue to absorb those other guys' cap hit. And truth be told, Tua might still be on the roster until our rookie ready to play, or you start him into a gone, whatever one you want to do. But by the time you wouldn't have to pay nobody until you get to like 2030. You ain't got to pay nobody until you get to like 2030, and you got the max amount of cap space. And if you do this right, by 2028, you could be spending free agency money galore, have more money than anybody in the league, and have your young nucleus already established. Just saying. Hey, you might be right, TD's fraud talk, but guess what? NFL general managers can't either. About 28 of them consistently can't do it either. So I'm not worried about you saying I can't do it. You doubt I'd be able to field a contending team on Tecmo Bowl, but guess what? The 28 general managers can't either. And they ain't little old me on the internet talking. Just saying. That's what the Dolphins need to do. That's what I would do. And because none of it really would matter to me. Because for me, find your quarterback. You do realize this is a minimum cap number to prevent what you are trying to accomplish. I do know that. We wouldn't be under the minimum. Because you're going to be eating Tua's dead cap, Chubb's dead cap, Tyreek's dead cap, and a few more. You're going to be eating plenty money. We'll be perfectly fine. And that's why I said after 26, when all of them gone, 2027, you could go ham on free agents if you wanted to with that young group. It could easily be done. And this is, man, the NFL today was a crazy day. Crazy day. No. Get it for now. You guys should take our second string quarterback, Trubisky. I don't want none of them guys. None of them. Oh, boy. Let me see. Silent Storm said, TD, we have to make a decision on A-Chain this offseason. This offense season. Off season, I believe. Man, I'm how long A-Chain been on the team now? Am I tripping? How long A-Chain been on the team now? You might be right. Time flying. Is this? I thought this was his third year. Am I tripping? This is his third, right? Right here is his third. We got a decision to make, but Uh, Running backs don't get paid, and that's a part of the problem too. And he's a passing threat too. So it is very interesting to wonder what would they do with A Chain. What would they do? Because how much money can A Chain get? You can't look at him as just a back. He's also you consider like a slot receiver because he's in the passing games too. And I'm gonna tell you now, A Chain might be the guy that says, I don't want your money, Miami. A Chain might say, I don't want your money. This roster is cooked and I'm on it. I want to play my fourth year. I'm going to bet on myself because next year this roster's cooked and I'm going to be one of the premier guys. No Tyreek. Man, I might be rushing for 80 a game and catching another 80 a game. I might get me a $15+ million deal. So I think I might want to play this out. Just saying. As the Broncos might have taken the lead if they didn't step out of bounds on a tiptoe run on the sideline by Dobbins. He might have been out. It might have been one foot that was out. We'll see. No, he wasn't. He wasn't out. That's a touchdown. Yeah, he has skills that teams covet, but he is not an every down back. You know what? He don't need to be though. He's a lot of teams would cover his skill set because he can flex out in different ways. It's interesting. You know the problem I have with A Chain? Me personally, I think he only got like 3 more good years left. He's too small. He's a smaller guy. Once you start getting a little older, at about 3 years, he'll get a little bit more age. He won't be as fast typically. Um, and them hits start to catch up to you. I think he only got 3 years left in him. And that's also that's one reason why in my mind, I would probably trade A Chain too. I would probably trade A Chain too. Because A Chain got value right now. Oh, I don't feel so bad about Thursday after today's games. I get what you're saying, Bills fan, because a lot of good teams even lost today to really bad teams. So I get it. Mm. Oh boy. Mm. I agree, Troy. 3 games in, and Zeeler's been horrible without a dog next to him. Spot on. Oh, the Chargers just fumbled, and I think the Broncos got it back. They blowing the game. Yep, Broncos got it. That's a dagger for the Chargers. The kick returner fumbled. A-Chain with Pat Mahomes is a nightmare. You know what? That's a perfect comp. Like yeah, that would be crazy. A-Chain with Patrick Mahomes would be, man, that would go in. Man, that would be something. Boy, that would be something. TD, the Chargers just lost Harris for the season. They would definitely trade for A-Chain. Yeah, Dolphins ain't going to trade nobody, though. Because you got to look at it that way, too, why A-Chain could be traded, because he's due for a contract. He's due for a contract, Silent Storm. That's what makes him a prime trade candidate if you're not going to give him what he's going to want. I'm pretty confident Greer and his agents already talking. How much y'all looking for? Because this is where we are. Where are y'all? AJ is our best player. Stop the nonsense. Man, y'all said that by Sealer. You said that by Zach Sealer. Why can't y'all identify the fact that it doesn't matter if it's your best player? Look at the contractual situation and how many years of great play do they have left? You do understand we about to go through a 2 to 3 year rebuild situation, right? You do understand that, right? We're about to go through a 2 to 3 year rebuild situation. Do you realize 3 years from now, there's not more than 10 players on the roster right now that's still going to be here? Do you know that? Stop talking about our best player. Get out of here. You better get an asset now so you can get something for it, like another A-Chain. Y'all always coveting what somebody can do now and not looking at the situation of the team. The situation of the team is it don't matter what he can do now. You're not going to be able to benefit from it while you're rebuilding. I told y'all this about Xavier Howard. He one of the best players on the team. Get out of here. You're saying the same thing with X. And I told you, we're finna rebuild. Why you want to pay him while we're rebuilding? They paid him. And what did we get out of him? I don't care if he had 10 picks in the season. We're rebuilding. It's not amounting to a playoff win. Y'all love wasting players instead of getting an asset for them. Y'all love great players when we're not going to win. Oh, but at least we got that player. Yay. When we're not going to win. What's the benefit? At least get a draft pick so you got a chance to get another one in the building. I want to wake up after L versus Jets trade and go cut too. It ain't happening, man. Come on, Sam the man. You got to think about that, man. That's all I'm saying, bro. You got to think about that. How many times we going to try to covet the best player on the team when they're prime? And that's another thing. Unless you're one of the generational backs, what's the shelf life for a running back in the NFL, especially an undersized one? What's the shelf life of great play for a running back in the NFL? I'm not talking about your Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley's, the greats. Just a good running back. What's the shelf life? Come on, man. Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. Running backs literally have like maybe 6 years of prime running in them. Unless you're a big body bruiser or whatever. 5 to 6 years of prime running in them. Well, I'm going to pay this man for the 2 years we rebuilding just for us to be a better team. And then once we're a better team, now we're like, oh, A-Chain ain't the same. Like, this is what I be talking about. Y'all want to hold on to him to make him a part of the Super Bowl run, but when it's time for the Super Bowl to come, they're part of the reason we held back. They ain't running the same. His burst ain't like he used to. Remember when he used to be in the open field, make a move, and when he ain't got that no more. You got to calculate for the future. Y'all got to stop evaluating this team in the now. That's the problem. We get so caught up in the now, we don't evaluate this team from a future lens. What's best for the future? Long-term success. Smarty Jams with the donation said 5 years max. Yeah, man. Unless you one of them generational guys, and that's not what he is. It's not what he is. Tell that to the Bills and Rams who just signed their backs to keep them around for 8 years minimum. Look at the team. Are they in a rebuild? No. Their team is built right now. If A-Chain was 2 years in and we're already past the rebuild and we're ready to compete, that's different. That's different. My point here is I keep telling you we're about to rebuild to waste some of the years. Are the Rams in a rebuild right now? Are the Buffalo Bills in a rebuild right now? Or are they still competing for the Super Bowl? So I don't have to tell that to the Rams and the Bills. They're paying their running back because they should, because they already got a team competing for Super Bowls. Keep up with me here, man. Keep up. TD, you're right. What happened to Christian McCaffrey? How long did the Lions take to rebuild? How long was it? How many years was it? You tell me. From what time? I'll put it like that. Because they kept rebuilding just like the Dolphins, and they finally got over the hump. You could say they're rebuilding 20 years too. But unless you're talking about the Dan Campbell era, then 3 to 4 years, which is more of my point, right? That's even more of my point. The Commanders instantly, but that's why when they found out they had their quarterback, that's why they spent money this offseason. They went and got Debo, Laramie Tunsil. But once again, can we stop comparing our situation with teams that are actually competing for a Super Bowl? Total different rebuilds. Once you already show that you're competing for a Super Bowl, it's a total different situation. Totally different. Dan Campbell was hired in 21. They were balling in 23. They found a quarterback they liked. Oh, man. You got to find your quarterback, y'all. You got to find your quarterback. Till you find your quarterback, all these different versions of your build not going to work. Until you find your quarterback, all these different versions are not going to work. So you're saying to get rid of core players to get players that aren't proven. When you say core players, right now we're just talking about A-Chain. He's a running back. The shelf life for a running back is typically 5 to 6 years, running very well. That's not the elite guys, just good guys. So yeah, I would get rid of A-Chain because by the time we come out of this rebuild, he's not going to be at the level you're going to be talking about replacing him anyway. See, this is what I'm talking about. Next year, he going to run wild for you. The year after, he going to run wild for you. Then whenever it's finally time to start to compete because the roster getting better, now he's a downfall that now we got to replace him. It's what we do. Now, if he lasts, good. But I'm not taking that risk. He's not a generational player. He's not one of the best in the NFL. He's another guy that can make plays. They come and go. Just like Jay Ajayi was for us. They come and go. Oh, my gosh. Harrison Jr. just dropped the easiest wide open pass that a wide receiver would ever get. Just literally just dropped it. Nobody around him. That's crazy work. And again, can we just focus on the most important thing for Miami? Find your quarterback. All the rest of it don't matter until you find your quarterback. All the rest of it don't matter until you find your quarterback. Get out of here, Lino, man. How's your off-season AFC East prediction going, Lord? Get out of here, man. You got one on me, Lino. I'll give you that. You got one on me right now. All right. Do you think Miami has a chance against Jets? Of course we do. As a matter of fact, we better beat them. You lose to the Jets. Like, if you lose to the Jets, you have to face your reality. What is your reality? Number one, you're 0-4 in the conference. Forget the division. You're 0-4 in the conference. You have already lost every tiebreaker known to man. If you did turn your season around for the last wild card spot, starting out 0-4 in the conference, you ain't winning no tiebreaker at the end. You ain't, because you ain't beating Buffalo next time, and you ain't beating Baltimore. You're gonna lose at a minimum 6 conference games if you lose this week. Then take it a step further, you're 0-3 in the division. The best case scenario is going 500 in the division. You ain't winning no true tiebreakers in the division either. So yeah, you lose against the Jets. You actually dumb boo boo the fool to even try to have hope for the season. They got to beat the Jets, man. You got to beat the Jets. No ifs, ands, or buts. There ain't no more talking if you lose to the Jets. What is there to talk about? Yes, you do start mock drafts and paying attention to college if you lose to the Jets. Official. Officially official. Only one team has ever started 0-4 and make the playoffs. And if you look that one team up, I don't know who it is. I'm pretty confident all 4 of the first games weren't the conference games. I'm pretty sure it might have been an out-of-conference game. But for us, we done lost 3 conference games. Jai, oh man, when we had somewhat a team. And you see how they got rid of him? And you see how we got rid of Jay Ajayi? Because the shelf life. And what did Jay Ajayi have? Another year and a half left in him when we traded him? Sure enough, he went and won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. Then did you ever hear about him again? I want y'all to think about that. Jay Ajayi went off when we traded him, won a Super Bowl. Did you ever hear about him again? Anybody? Anybody? Did you hear about Jay Ajayi after that? Because the shelf life. It's actually smart for the Dolphins to trade him and Landry. We were going to rebuild. Actually very wise, and that's all I'm asking them to do now. Torn his knee. Yeah, but again, y'all think A-Change is going to go his career without getting hurt? He already been hurt a lot, if you really look at it. He already been hurt a few times. He said Dolphins might not get the first win until week 13 versus the Saints. Man, did you imagine being 0-12? Unreal. That would be unreal. All right. Panthers and Browns pay hard today. Hey, yeah, don't get me wrong, man. I'm going to tell you now. If we lose to the Panthers and the Browns, man, you know what's crazy? All these teams can beat us, and we can beat them too. But gosh, Dolphins make you nervous, man. It shouldn't even be like this. We shouldn't even be in this place right now. We shouldn't even be at this point. We should not be where we are. Where I'm actually legitimately like, man, I hope we beat the Panthers. We shouldn't be. I shouldn't have to say I hope we beat the Panthers. Something about that Colts game, y'all. Oh, TD, you tripping, man. It's the Colts. We'll take care of week 1. You just got to worry about week 2. Make sure New England ain't get better. Oh, why is it always us? Why is it always us, y'all? This Arizona 49ers game, boy, they clashing. Do we play any of these teams this year? I don't think so. Oh, Arizona. Big run. Big run. They're in the red zone now. This upcoming QB class is not good, TD. That's why I said we need to trade our whatever top pick we get, trade out. Trade out of it. Move and for 27. And then go get the top pick in 27 too. We'll see. Yeah, hit the like button for me. Arizona on 2nd and 6. Kyler. Incomplete over the middle. 3rd and 6 coming up. Yeah, I'll evaluate these quarterbacks eventually, man. I can't really speak on them in depth with assurance until I take a look and really break it down. Oh my gosh, the Cardinals player just dropped the pass that might have given them the first, if not the end zone. Now they're gonna have to kick a field goal to tie it up. It's crazy work. TD, the proof that Tua isn't the guy is he couldn't do what Josh Allen did last year when they got rid of all their talent. Yeah, I agree. He can't do it with talent. The league has figured it out, man. He spots throws. He doesn't have no anticipation. Like I kept telling y'all forever that it was never anticipation. Like y'all made it, people made it out to be. It was just spot throwing and timing. Read that guy. And you know what's funny? You see all the breakdowns online. Now everybody's seeing what I told y'all. The safety came down like a robber, and the middle linebacker came out to the outside, and then the outside linebacker rushed to the flat. Now everybody sees that. And now they see that the middle linebacker, there was no holding. He was holding him off. He was coming over there no matter what. They're even showing plays where it worked, where Tua threw it in the flat, and the robber in the middle linebacker came in that hook route anyway. It was going to happen anyway. And the quarterback has to read it. He has to read it. But they specifically run that defensive play because it takes away that play that Miami loves to use. And everybody knows it. It's one of the easy plays they can steal a pick because Tua's not going to read it. Tua's not going to read it. All right, Broncos going to have to punt the ball. They can't convert on 3rd down. 4th and 9 coming up. They got tape on you. On who? But yeah, man. The league knows what windows to close in this system. And they're going to give Tua the stuff that he can't do consistently. It's that simple, y'all. So Brandon said, on that pick, I've watched like 3 vids on it. The flat was open. The throw was the read, but dangerous for lack of awareness. On that play, the flat was open, which it shows plenty other plays where he throws it right to the flat. That was the read. Is confusing to me. To say that curl to Waddle was the read. The linebacker crossed him. That's the read. But the linebacker's cutting it off. Where's the next read? Now, pressure coming in his face. There is no read after that. That takes out the read because the pressure coming. The problem is you still, regardless of the pressure coming, have to know if you still have to read the next guy coming across the field to pick you off. You either take the sack. Which one do? You take the sack or throw the pick? Now, other quarterbacks like Lamar and all of them, they're not going to take a sack nor throw a pick. They got a 300-pound guy jumping off his feet, putting his arms in the air. Up, out of there. So that's what the problem is. Tua's so limited that he not going to get out of there. So he got to take the sack. But he didn't. He threw the football. He threw the football. He would have never took the sack because he never reads past the first read. That linebacker clearing Waddle to go to the flat is the only read he cared about. He not thinking there might be another guy coming. Nah, that ain't what I was taught. Move all that out my way. The linebacker crossed him to go in the flat. I got him open. Oh, what's going on? Why would a linebacker be over there too? This is confusing. It's a confusement. I'm gonna bring back the scoreboard, but I really want to. There's a computer that I'm trying to get. So I've been putting all my stuff together to get a specific computer that's gonna have everything on the screen. Scoreboard, scores around the league, everything. Everything. But I'll figure it out one piece at a time. No, I'm not going to stream Chiefs Giants. I'm off for the night. I'll be back tomorrow night. All right, Chargers are probably going to have to punt the ball now. Good stop by Denver. 49ers are dangerously getting close. They're in the red zone now. The score is 6-6 in the third quarter. His two strengths are being questioned, which is an issue. Yeah, but listen, they were never his strengths. This is the joke of it all. They were never his strengths because people thought that it was something that it wasn't. And this is why I kept trying to help people know the difference between spot throwing and anticipation. His two strengths being questioned. Why would your strengths be questioned? Why would people now be like, I mean, it doesn't even exist anymore. Where has it gone? It was never here. You were mistaking something with something else. Now everybody confused. Like, he's not doing it at all. Listen to me. If Tua went back to playing the way that he was playing in 2022, 2023, whenever everything was all great, he'd throw 5 picks a game now because they know what defense to run against it now. If Tua was doing what he was doing when he was at his quote-unquote best, he'd throw 5 picks a game because they know exactly what we doing now. And this is why I told y'all he exceeded his ceiling when he went up like that. Oh, man, is that to a ceiling? No, I told y'all back then he exceeded it because he got all those weapons and nobody knew what we were doing. They couldn't figure it out. They were so scared of the speed. You think anybody care about the speed anymore? They're like, oh, forget all that. We know what to do. He has regressed. I agree. He ain't even regressed. He just don't do the things he used to do because the other teams are all over it. That's why he look like a deer in the headlights now. The looks he used to get, the wide open guys coming out across the middle. I mean, wide open. He used to just be chilling, spot throwing in windows. Everything's perfect. Now teams starting to bump guys, the passes off, and now they're in the film room like, yeah, we can't keep running this time in offense because, remember, think about it like this. The timing offense required Tua to throw the ball before the guy was even open, which means it required trust. I have to trust that my guy is going to be there. And as teams start jamming receivers, pushing them off their route at the 5-yard line, there can't be any trust because he started to pay for it. Bad throws, and like, why would he throw that? Nobody was there. Oh, because the receiver on the ground. You cannot run an offense like that. It's only going to last but so long. It's a guess offense. It's like, it's finesse. As long as you let us run free, we're gonna fly all up and down the field, and it's gonna look pretty. Oh my gosh, they just look great. The quarterback is amazing. The receivers catching everything. Everything's flowing, and it's just perfect. You don't go from perfect to bummy like that. That tells you it was never real. Y'all thought it was real. Oh, look at how great he processes the field. Oh my gosh, look at that throw. He threaded the needle right outside the defender's hands. No, the defender just didn't know back then what to do. Now they know exactly what lanes you throwing and all. And let's not forget the dropped interceptions. And let's not forget even the interception. Do y'all know that the interception that they called back in that Buffalo game or the Patriots game or whatever, the one that they reversed, it was the same situation? Did you not know that? Same little thing over the middle? It was the same thing. The one they got called back in the Patriots or whatever. Y'all were the ones fooled. thinking that this was more than what it was, and made people like me who saw what it was and tried to tell y'all it's not what y'all think. Y'all made me out to be the hater. You made me out to be the hater. These aren't elite throws. What he's doing is blanking out the defense. It's like the 7-man drill in practice. Quarterback back to pass. Well, the center and the quarterback and 5 receivers. Snap me the ball. No defenders on the field. Put it where it belongs. Snap the ball. Put it where it belongs. That's all he's doing is running the skeleton offense. And McDaniel will give him one defender to read. If that guy goes to the flat, hit your curl or your slant or your seam, whatever the play calls for. If he stays home, hit the flat. If he stays home and the corner stays home, hit the wheel or the post from the tight end. It's so basic and elementary, but we say, oh, it's one of the most complex offenses. And I'm like, what are we talking about? These narratives. Nobody can run this offense. He can't either. Nobody can run this offense like Tua. He can't either now. He can't run it himself now. Everybody swear they know ball, but none of them really studying it. It's not the same offense. It's not. It's the same concept, but now the routes are, you have dedicated routes outside the numbers now instead of going across the middle. It's not the same offense, but it is the same concepts. But instead of guys running across the middle, they running outsides now because everybody clogging the middle. Tua threw the ball 10 times outside the numbers past 5 yards, which is the rarest thing for Tua ever. Maybe some games he'll get 3, 4, 5 max. On a crazy game, 5 max. But he threw it 10 times outside the numbers. Only completed 3 of them. And I'm talking about past 5 yards. Because he had plenty of them outside the numbers under 5 yards. We know that. 10 times outside the numbers. That never happens for Tua. And only completed 3 of them. Only completed 3. That's not Tua's strength. We know it ain't. But defenses have now taken away the middle of the field. Defenses have now taken away the middle of the field. So his strength is now taken away. What do you do? What do you do? Dink and dunk the heck out of the ball under 5 yards. Out on the boundary so the playmakers can try to make plays. And that's what we're doing. And people want to switch it up or do something else. That's all you can do with him now. If a team clogged the middle, the only thing you can do is keep getting it outside, out of your quarterback hands quick so the playmakers can try to make plays. That's it. You asking for anything else, then you asking for more failure. Worse than it already is. You can't go back to the offense of 2022 because they clog in the middle now. Yes, I heard that too, California. The car has too much horsepower. You cannot let him drive this car that got all this horsepower. He can't handle it. He can't handle all this horsepower. He cannot handle all this horsepower. You got the wrong driver in a car with all of this power. That's exactly what's happening. And I said this years ago. We're not even maximizing Tyreek. Do you know Tyreek every week should have a 60-yard bomb in stride? Every week. Every week. Every week he should have a 60-yard bomb in stride. Touchdown. Tyreek could have easily had over 2,000 yards. You had the right quarterback. Crazy work, man. Did Kyler Murray just get a safety? Yep. He threw the ball away, intentional grounding from the end zone. That's going to be a safety. Maybe. Depending on where he was. Well, yeah, he in the end zone. What's the call? Oh boy, that's weird. All right, Denver kicks a field goal. They up by 7 with 12 and a half minutes left in the fourth quarter. If we talking Tua, I did see Drew Brees' potential his first 2 years, man. All right, I guess. You still see it? Uh How is Dallas blowing my ticket? What's the score in the Dallas game, man? You kidding me? Is it really that bad? That Tua contract is going to come in close second to the D. Austin contract in absurdity. Yeah. It's definitely crazy work, man. TD was CB. What's up, man? Yeah, we got to talk, man. People want to know how you feeling, man. What's going on? How you feeling about everything that's going on with the Dolphins, man? Everybody want to hear from you out of all people. They definitely want to hear from you. CB83 in the building, a homie checking in. That's what's up, man. I definitely want to hear from you. Oh man, CB83 is still a tour near. Hey man, listen, I don't know, man, but I don't think he ain't never gonna break it. We got a wrap. We will soon too. We need to do it sooner rather than later. All right, Herbert is down. Let's see if Herbert can help his team come back and win. That fumbled kickoff by the Chargers really hurt them. Let's see if Herbert can revive the team. All right, Chargers going to return it. And they'll start at the 21, 22-yard line. Tua was off platform a little bit, TD. Was getting into that boy. Oh, man. He was on platform a little bit. Was getting into that boy. Oh, man, what I've been telling y'all for years, but y'all ain't want to listen. That's all right. Y'all gonna keep learning the hard way. Y'all gonna keep learning the hard way. Oh, man. Y'all are fun tea. Whew. Y'all gonna learn, man. What's your take on Kenneth Grant? Who? Kenneth who? I don't know who that is. I don't speak on people I don't know exist. Kenneth Grant. Jakeem Grant? Who is Kenneth Grant? Oh, man. Oh, 3rd and 3. Chargers in trouble. Chargers in trouble. The game on CBS, Fox. It's a lot of games. It's a few games on. Did Mac Jones just deliver a strike to Pearsall for a 1st and goal, 40-yarder downfield? Lord. Herbert back to pass. That's a 1st down. TD, we should have got Will Johnson. Tyler Warren, Will Johnson. Drafting interior linemen in the 1st round is a no-no. I ain't disagreeing with you on that. Look at Herbert. Look at that hit Herbert took. Herbert just got whacked, but stood in there for the 1st down. Tua gets picked on that play, TD. I know it. Pressure coming right in his face. Herbert delivered a strike. Bam! 1st down. Keep the chains moving. Will Johnson was the pick. You saw my mocks. I had Will Johnson on my mocks. I wasn't mad at the Kenneth Grant pick because I knew they lost Christian Wilkins. So I wasn't mad about it, but it wasn't the best pick. I had 2 players that were still on the board before Grant. But Grant was my 3rd pick. I forgot who the 2nd one was. I know Will Johnson was 1. Somebody was 2nd. TD, you got to be the biggest Herbert glazer because he should have been mine. He should have been mine, all mine. Herbert should have been all mine. We'd have had Herbert, we'd be sitting here right now. We 3-0, baby. We 3-0, baby. Let's go. Oh, man. With bad O-line playing all. Herbert O-line banged up. It don't matter. They might lose today, though. I don't know. Special teams done blew it twice for him today. Little TD out there quiet right now. I don't know where he at because them Cowboys losing. Herbert never beat Allen yet either. Herbert never had Tyreek Hill. TD, why is it that Tua plays better than Herbert in the head-to-heads? You think Tua feels some type of way about Herbert and the chatter around him? Well, Tua don't play better than Herbert head-to-heads, first of all. Second off, are you talking about the one time where we won 35-34 and we woke up and realized that the Chargers had the 32nd ranked defense at the end of the year? They were the worst defense in the NFL. Is that what you talk about? Herbert gets 4 yards on a little underneath pass under pressure. That must be what you talk about. What about when Herbert was on the team when Tua got absolutely obliterated with like 2 or 3 picks in that game and we lost? Well, I don't get this head-to-head stuff you talk about. The numbers, TD, we can check them, bro. Once again, are we putting context behind numbers? Are we putting context behind numbers? The Chargers were the worst defense in the entire NFL that year. That's all. So let's check those numbers. When you bring the numbers out, make sure you bring what each of them did versus what ranked defense. And again, you're only talking about one game because the other game, Tua threw 3 picks and we lost. Did they get a touchdown? 49ers? Herbert 1st and 10, 11-yard gain. Throwing it in the flat. We wouldn't have made Herbert a bad quarterback. You know why? Because Flores would have never came at Herbert that way. Because Flores would have finally had a real quarterback. And we would have been a better team with Brian Flores still here. With a quarterback who could take criticism. With a quarterback who wouldn't have needed to truly be criticized. We would have been just fine. Y'all walk around here acting like the Chargers got an elite O-line or something. Kyler Murray got the weirdest throwing release, man. But I don't understand when he throw the ball, it's always a wide open guy. Flores said he could win with anybody. TD, stop. Man, you stop the cap. Man ain't say that. And if he did, he was quickly corrected when he got to her. Oh, man. Oh, man. TD, who you think gonna be the last tourineur on the ship? CB. CB gonna be the last one. Oh man. Oh boy. 4th and 11. Chargers. What you gonna do? Herbert got rocked. Are they gonna go for it? Or they gonna kick a field goal? Well, they might have to punt. Herbert sacked. Oh my gosh. Did he just catch the touchdown, Marvin Harrison? Did he drop that? I can't believe Marvin Harrison dropped that. All right, touchback. Flores cost us the first round pick in 2023. No, he didn't. Your owner and general manager cost you a first round pick. Stemming from the investigation. Yeah, that your owner and general manager created by their actions. Flores snitching though. Why wouldn't he snitch? He got fired. It's fair game then. Hurricanes back, man. Long as they beat Florida State, they back. But they got to beat Florida State. Arizona is going to tie it up. Flores did rat. Why wouldn't he? Any of y'all was in his situation, you'd be dumb not to rat yourself. Now you finna get paid. All right, CB, slow down now. Might want to be careful, brother. Might want to be careful. Nah, I don't like watching the Cowboys. Ooh, Bo Nix just got rocked. Jeez. Bo Nix just got rocked. What the flag for? That's a legal hit. What's the flag for? Holding on the offense. Often to say. Oh, personal foul, face mask on offense. Hey, Bo Nix got rocked on that throw, boy. I know he feel that one. Boom. Oh, that's a hit from a true 300-some pounder. All right, 2nd and 20. And good job, because they were supposed to lose 3 yards and they got out of trouble and they got 7. So 3rd and 13 coming up. Yeah, he gonna feel that tomorrow. That was a hit. Bo Nix is gonna run, and he gets the first. That's a big time first down. The ref's trying to cheat him with the spot. That's a first down, ref. You see how the ref walking short? That is a first down. TD, if Tua would have took that hit, he would have needed an ambulance. I can't deny that. Oh, his knee was down short. TD, I heard you say Tua balled out outside of the pick. You a lie. You ain't never heard that from me. I say it wasn't as terrible as people made it out to be, or trying to make it out to be. Never said he balled out. He didn't ball out. He did a really good job throwing his dinks and dunks to the outside. The problem with Tua's game wasn't even that interception to me, albeit it was terrible. It was the passes further than 5 yards that were outside the numbers. He threw 10 of them and only converted 3. And a lot of them were big plays that he overthrew, sailed it too far outside, just accuracy terrible outside the numbers. He was 3 for 10, past 5 yards outside the numbers. 3 for 10. And those were the 15, 20, 25 yarders. Blew them. That's Herbert going deep, overthrew him. That was the issue, the primary issue in the game. You said that he couldn't throw outside them numbers, TD, and he couldn't. That's the problem. Are you not listening to me right now? Every intermediate throw, plus 5 yards, outside the numbers, he went 3 for 10. Ain't none of them were throwaways. Y'all acting like they were. They were bad passes. Remember, some of them were throwaways. They're no throwaways. Bad passes. How you going to throw the ball away with a receiver wide open? Everyone he sailed out of bounds, the receiver was sitting right there wide open. He hit Waddle on some big conversions when he needed to. Yeah, he did. He really did. Denver blowing it, man. They gave up the first down and then going to unnecessarily pick up 15 yards on top of it. You can't do that, man. He was pushed out the pocket and threw the ball out of bounds towards the sideline. I remember one play like that where the receiver was guarded pretty well, too. I do remember one play like that. Threw it right outside. Yeah, I remember one play like that. Watched the Colts game today. Yeah, I saw it. Crazy work, man. Chargers making a run down the field. And there was one he caught. Great play. All right, that's one of the 3. Another one to Waddle, 2 of the 3. I think 2 of them to Waddle, but I don't remember. Oh my gosh, Mac Jones just threw a pick, and it might be a pick 6. Nah, it ain't a pick 6, but he threw a pick. Thought he was bulleting the ball in. Man, Herbert out here throwing impossible passes. Jesus, man. I need a quarterback. Y'all see Herbert? Oh my gosh, man. Why can't my quarterback just escape the pocket, throw it off of his off leg? Gosh, man. Oh, man. You talking about I'm glazing Herbert? Why would not? Did you just see that? Did you just see that? Gosh, man. The man got, can't make this up, man. Throw it off of his off leg, man. Oh my God. Can't make this stuff up, man. Broken play. It wasn't even a route. And it should have been hands to the face. And it should have been a personal foul. The man smushed them all in his face. CB don't get put in timeout. Talking about Tua's done that. Oh, he may have done something, but not that. A version, a watered down version, but not that. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh, man. Man, you need special in this game, man. You need special in this game. But Bo Nix, you got to show up too. You got to take your team down there for the game-winning field goal or touchdown. Bo Nix got to show up. Good special teams. Man, hey, it's been some tight games today. Man, if we lose to the Jets, that's it, bro. All right, Bo Nix steps up, gonna run. Nope, no gain. Who was that chasing him? They pretty fast. I thought Bo Nix was gonna be gone on that play. Whoever was chasing him was fast. Ever since I saw Fitch versus Raiders, I realized Tua tried. Bo set up a screen. Oh, they all over it, and he tripped too. Third down. What happens if we lose the Jets, man? You got to start trading everybody. Get every asset you can. TD2 is about to lock in for the rest of the season. A little birdie reached out to me. Oh, man. Hey, man, CB, man. You better stop listening to these birdies, man. I thought Tua was already locked in. What are you talking about? I thought he'd been locked in. I mean, didn't he get on the podium and say, I felt like I was in rhythm? I would 10 times out of 10, I would make that throw. What do you mean? What's going to change? Oh, man. I can hear my son out there spazzing out. Cowboys must be getting beat bad, huh? Crazy work. Oh, Arizona's up. Oh, holding in the end zone. It was a safety. I just realized that. Oh. All right, 3rd and 10. Broncos. Going for it all. And overthrew it, barely. Man, oh, man. TD, every time I watch Herbert do something our quarterback couldn't do is his dreams. It's a slap in the face. It's like when we passed on Breeze. Man, oh, man. I hear you, bro. He was right there for the taking. Him, Jalen Hurts, all of them, man. Love. Oh, I just realized. So they're not going to go for it on 4th down because it's tied. So Herbert actually has a chance to end the game. Here we go. What is Herbert going to do? Is Herbert going to seal the deal? I forgot they lost week 1 in a heartbreak because of a penalty, and they got to kick it again, the Colts. Forgot all about that. Here we go. Herbert time. Will Magic Herbert throw a pick? Get a touchdown? Get him in field goal range? Talk about tight windows. Y'all just saw that, man? Gadsden. That ain't the Gadsden we know, right? There go another one. 1st down. Oh, that's his son? Wow. I didn't even know that. Now Herbert getting surgical. Outside the numbers, CB, on a comeback. You saw that? Rondé Gas in the second. Wow, I did not know that, man. You see the outside the numbers throw? Oh, man. Game-winning drive. Herbert, can you do it? Now they hand it off because he done threw the ball 4 times in a row. And they pick up another nice game. That one could have broke to the house. What's up on the Ron? A homie in the building. Long flight home. Wow. Tua threw a ton of those to Devontae Parker. I know. Oh, man. Oh, boy. They already in field goal range, but they got 51 seconds and 3 timeouts. They could just keep moving down the field. It's 1st and 10. Just keep moving down the field. I formation, 9 in the box, and they hand it off anyway. I don't know why, but they do, and they lose yards. That was dumb of Harbaugh. Now you're out of field goal range. Why not do what you did to get down there? Just spread it out. CB, a 10-yard comeback, not a 40 to 50-yard comeback. Timmy. Oh, man. Harbaugh blowing it right now. Why would you line up like that? Spread it out and let Herbert do what he did against the Chiefs. When it was a running situation, y'all passed the ball 5 times in a row and converted all 5 of them. And Herbert on this drive is 4 for 4. So why would you run the ball right there? 2nd and 12. Another one. Over the middle. 9 yards. That's what you should have been doing. They don't want him to throw a pick, CB. He did this versus the Chiefs, bro. You know how Tua play versus the Chiefs. Herbert did it in week 1 versus the Chiefs. 5 for 5 when they should have been running the clock out. Now he 5 for 5 on this drive. When it matters most. Now you hand it off. Now you hand the ball off. Tush push, 1st down. Let it run all the way down and kick the ball. Herbert with the 4th quarter comeback. Down by 7. Tied the ball game with a clutch throw. Escaped the pocket with pressure. Then got the ball back and led his team down the field 5 for 5. Kicker to win it. Can we ever get that? Some of y'all allergic to this. Good QB play. When you need him. He ain't gonna always be perfect, but he gonna be like this more than he not. But this is why y'all always point to the 1 or 2 times Herbert blew it. TD was waiting for the Herbert comeback because I knew it was coming. I knew it. For the win. Will he make it? Kick is up. And it's good. A real quarterback lead his team to that point. Oh, yeah, I got to go on Twitter and tell him how good Herbert is. Y'all know me. Boy, I know I be getting on their nerves. Boy, I know I be getting on their nerves. Oh, bro, Herbert taking the division this year. I told everybody, you better check out Fourth and Forever. I said, Chargers going to win the division this year. I said, Chargers going to win the division. Herbert's going to surpass Patrick Mahomes. Watch. I told him that. Now look at us. We could never. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm finna get up out of here, man. Tomorrow we back at it. Don't forget, we're going to have Therapy Monday. Tomorrow we're going to have Therapy Monday, y'all. Don't forget. Tomorrow we're still having Therapy Monday. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what. Good game. At least it came down to the wire. Two good teams. Chargers are now 3-0, while Miami is 0-3. See y'all later, man. Peace. I'm out.